it or not, guys, we are actually getting more Mega Evolution leaks. I never thought this would happen. I thought the Mega Evolution leaks were all done with, but today we have a huge data mine, a huge leak of a bunch of brand new abilities, other pieces of information out there, and it is actually so awesome. So I also want to bring up the possibility of a second DLC for Legends ZA. I'm still convinced it could happen. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, and all these huge data mines and leaks that we're gonna talk about today are still really awesome. That's actually about Pokemon Champions though, which is very cool. Champions is gonna be a free-to-play game, so you can play it on your Switch and Switch 2. So everybody's gonna be able to play it, which is awesome, at least as long as you have a Switch or Switch 2. The mobile version for Android and iOS is coming out soon. I don't think we have a date for that yet, but it's coming out soon. I think it would be so sick if we could still be getting some brand new Mega Evolutions in ZA for a second DLC eventually. Bully Boy, one of the absolute goats, made a Mega Clawitzer. This design goes crazy. Are you serious? Like, why is this not in the game? This would definitely be one of my favorite Mega Evolutions, and I'm not even the biggest fan of Clawitzer, honestly, but that design goes so hard. And we also have Mega Goodra, which was one of the biggest requests for ZA. People wanted a Mega Goodra so bad, and I was part of that group. I wanted a Mega Goodra just so bad. It's such a cool design. Like, look at that. Goodra's already so cool, but this design goes absolutely crazy. I love the huge wings, and Goodra looks so happy and just happy to be there, you know? And a Mega Talonflame. Oh my goodness, this was one of my dream Mega Evolutions. I wanted a Mega Talonflame so bad. So maybe it's still gonna happen. I'm actually really surprised it didn't happen, because I think a lot of people would have really loved it. But man, that's just so cool. So let me know, what is a Pokemon that doesn't have a Mega Evolution that you just really think deserves one? Like your favorite Pokemon, just a Pokemon you like, or you think would just have a cool Mega Evolution design. And if you guys don't mind subscribing to the channel, turning on the post notifications to help me reach my goal of 50,000 subscribers, and so you don't miss all Pokemon news, leaks, and updates, I greatly appreciate it. Let's get right back into it. For a new Mega Abilities potential leak. So a few days ago, this list was shared on a Chinese forum and correctly got the right new abilities that were data mines yesterday, validating that at least some of this is real. Here's the full list of leaked abilities. We have Mega Raichu X, Electric Surge, Mega Clefable, Magic Bounce, Mega Staraptor, Contrary. I'm just gonna start saying the Pokemon instead of saying Mega. That's a lot of the same work, you know what I'm saying? So Lucario Z, Prankster, Darkrai, Enhanced Bad Dreams causes sleeping Pokemon to actually lose 1/4 of the max HP instead of 1/8. Electros, Dark Current, Unknown Effect, Pyroar, Thermal Boost, powers up the fire type moves by 1.5 times. Crabominable, Contrary, Drampa, Drizzle, Golisopod or Golisopod, Tough Claws, Magearna, Soul Heart, Zero Aura, Speed Boost, Glamora, Levitate, Tatsugiri, Unknown Existing Ability, Baxcalibur, Thermal Exchange. We also have these new abilities called Piercing Drill. When the Pokemon uses contact moves, it can even hit targets that are protecting themselves, dealing 1/4 the damage that the move would otherwise deal. Everything aside from that target's protective effects is still triggered. We have Dragonize, which is the normal Pokemon type moves become Dragon type moves, and their power is boosted by 20%. Mega Sol, even when the sunlight has not turned harsh, the Pokemon can use its moves as if the weather were harsh sunlight. And then Spicy Spray, when the Pokemon takes damage from a move, it burns the attacker. There are at least 4 other new Megas from ZA that have new abilities, but we don't know how to use them yet, and they aren't compatible with Champions, most likely meaning it might be an update in the future, or just they're still working on it or something like that. Another sad data mine for Home is that there's no special gift for completing the ZA Pokedex. I kind of think that's a little sad. Somebody did point out, for now, Central League said correct, so maybe in the future, but I feel like if they're not going to give it now, why would they later on? But at the same time, you know, we don't have another Pokemon game coming out later this year as far as we know at the moment, so, you know, maybe they're just gonna give that update later on. Could you imagine how crazy it would be if they actually did add new Pokemon to ZA, or like I said earlier, maybe more new Mega Evolutions? I'm just saying, it could still happen. We haven't had like a solid leak about a second DLC of Legends ZA, but like I said, it's just always a possibility. I think anything is a possibility, especially since Game Freak can keep things a secret. Like, we had no idea about Mega Raichu X and Y, so I feel like some things can be kept a secret. And this is something important to remember. Any Pokemon from previous games that are transferred into ZA and eventually wins in waves via Pokemon Home, you're not going to be able to return those to the original games. It's a one-way transfer, which is kind of crazy. So it's a new cutoff point, meaning like anything you put from ZA onwards, you can't bring back, which is so weird. Like, I feel like that is just such an odd decision. There are definitely reasons why they do that, but it's one of those things that's like, why can't we just do it? Like, let us move our Pokemon wherever we want, whenever we want, with no issues. Just kind of interesting, and it's definitely very important to remember in case you don't want to like not get your Pokemon back into a previous game. You know what I mean? So basically your Pokemon data is going to be upgraded to a brand new format and is only going to be compatible with ZA, Winds and Waves, Champions, and whatever the next games are going to be, you know, like maybe Legends Galar or the Pokemon MMO game that we're hopefully still going to get. Maybe Pokemon Black and White remakes, that'd be super sick. It says old games are no longer compatible, so kind of sad for some of those Pokemon. And now Season 9 actually has begun, and you cannot use Legendary or Mythical Pokemon. It runs until April 23rd. Can't believe it's already Season 9. I feel like that's pretty crazy. So let me know, have you guys been playing every season? I actually have not been playing recently. I have not played the last several seasons. Like, I don't think I've played since maybe Season 4, but it is really fun. I'm really glad they added that, and I hope we get more stuff like that. Like, I hope we get some more battle online stuff with Pokemon Winds and Waves, and now Champions. Like I said, that's basically the whole point of today's video. Champions is awesome, and obviously that's a whole battle simulator, and that game is just, it's gonna be so cool, man. Oh, and more specifically, I guess Piercing Drill is for Mega Excadrill, and then Spicy Spray is actually for Mega Skullvenom, which I don't think I mentioned earlier, so just a more specific, I guess, connection with those new abilities for these specific Pokemon. More Pokemon Home update details. We have compatibility with ZA, Champions, and then compatibility with Spanish, and Fire Leaf Green is not at the moment. It will definitely, like, eventually it's gonna happen, probably within the next couple of, hopefully, weeks, probably more so months though, but it will happen eventually. They always do this with games. Like, they never give us home compatibility right away, and I really do wish they did. I feel like it would just be smart, but I know there's all the issues of like hacked Pokemon and all this and that, so that's like mainly the reason why they don't do that. But I know for some people it stinks, because like, I'm not going to be bringing in hacked Pokemon or OP Pokemon, whatever. It would just be cool to bring over some, you know. Now with the Pokemon Home connectivity, Shiny Mega Zeraora, Shiny Mega Darkrai, and Shiny Mega Zygarde are now available and usable in the game. And look how sick, dude. Shiny Zygarde is crazy, especially with the Mega Evolution. That is absolutely insane. I love the colors. Shiny Mega Darkrai goes hard as well. And then we also have Shiny Mega Zeraora, which debatably might be the best. Actually, no, Zygarde might be the best out of those three. But dude, Shiny Zeraora is awesome. Such a crazy color combo, and I love it. But yeah, overall, we got this awesome data mine, awesome league for Pokemon Champions. This game should be really good, and it's coming out in just a couple of days. Like, before we know it, this game will be out, and I'm hopefully gonna do a live stream of it, so make sure to turn on the post notifications if you haven't already. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more videos like this, please let me know, because I actually haven't really made like a designated video for Champions yet. So I'd love to know your thoughts and theories. Let me know what you think about all these Mega Evolutions and stuff. If you are a real one watching this far in the video, comment down below, chocolate chip waffle, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.